Hello, survivors. Hello. Welcome to the stream, boys and girls. Hope you're having a good Sunday. A little bit of a surprise stream. I was going to make this a video instead of a stream. I talked about it a little bit on Thursday. And on Saturday, I just said there was going to be an announcement today. So, I've told a couple of people already. But as you guys know, I play a lot of RTS. And over the last year or two, Road to Survival has become more and more time consuming. And as such, when it comes to January, I generally make a big decision on the future of my YouTube channel, the future of my career, the future of my life. As if you've seen in the past, I've shared pictures of myself on Instagram and stuff where I lost a lot of weight. That was a January decision. Not so much New Year's, it's like mid-January most of the time. I've quit games in the past. I quit Raid Shadow Legends, Marvel Strike Force, drop of a hat pretty quickly. I will 100% straight up just say, I'm not quitting RTS, but I am going to be retiring one of my regions. As you guys know, I've played 2 regions for an extremely long time, and I know I'd get a lot of questions why I'm not playing my second region anymore, you know, why I decided to quit my second region, and I thought it was best to create a video just explaining it. I tried to create a video to explain why I was quitting my second region. So, when it comes to Schley, I've already informed my faction leader that I'm going to be retiring my second region. And I just want to explain the main reason I first created this region was before I started making content. I did it actually to troll my brother because he started playing the game and he joined Upson. And his name is Rorschach. I joined the region it's called The Comedian. And anyone know that movie reference? Anyone know the movie reference to tell me? But yeah. And I joined and I just started playing. The game was very different back then. Very, very different back then. Whereas now, it is extremely time consuming, right? Or extremely time consuming. If you want to keep up with 2 regions right now, you basically have to, it's like playing 20 regions back then. You have to do so much work. So much work. And as time has gone on, it's been less and less productive towards my YouTube production. You know, like, I can't make content from this as much. Especially as my channel got bigger. I've got quite a lot of subscribers now. We're at like 13,000, which is great. But yeah, as I got bigger, obviously Scopely saw the content I was making and decided to give me access to a test region, right? And with the test region, I no longer had to do what I was doing. If does anyone remember what I used to do on these regions? I used to do 1 melee region or 1 range region. Because I used to have a way to get all the characters to try and provide visuals and get insight and provide content for you guys. That's become less and less needed now. And I've just realized that I'm spending a lot of time playing the game when I want to be spending more time making videos. And I think this is going to have a big impact on me being able to create more content. Maybe explore other things in the future where it comes to like Twitch. I've talked about Twitch in the past, I just don't have much time. And yeah. So I've informed my faction. I was locked into the faction for the weekend, so I scored for the weekend for my faction just so that they didn't have like a dead weight in the faction for the weekend. I scored 20 million in level up. So the idea was me to just make a video and just say thank you to people I played with in this region, because as much as it is the same account, it is different regions. I'm not going to be playing on this region anymore. As you can see, I've got full energy. I haven't touched the roadmap in a couple of days. The second I made the decision, I was like, yeah, it's a done deal. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to leave behind. Okay, roster. Okay, we've got quite a few S classes. This would have been quite a few mythic characters. Pretty decent roster. We've got a good 40, 50, 60 S classes there. Weapons. This is the one that's going to hurt me, guys. This is the one that's going to hurt me. Oh my god. This region I have been pretty lucky with some weapons. This is the one that's going to hurt. So many fast healing weapons as well. I think I got 4. Like 2 or 3 tough healing weapons. We just got this weapon the other day. I was going to reset it to do 1535. But yeah, we got so many weapons, so much goodies that I'm going to be leaving behind in this region as well. Even weapons that I'm just still working on, still 4-star weapons that I'm still working on. 4-star, was it 5-star? It's 4-star. So yeah, quite a few weapons. How much for the account? The account's linked to my main account. I can't do anything with that, and it's also against TOS. Never sell accounts, guys. Definitely breaking rules. But so I just want to give a shout out to the factions I was in. I was in We Are Warriors first. I was in We Are Warriors for like 2.5, 3 years, a very, very long time. We Are Warriors fell apart pretty much overnight. You know how it works. When a faction starts to die, it goes quick. I want to give a specific shout out to Radza, who doesn't play the game anymore. I doubt he's ever going to see this video, but I just want to say a specific shout out to Radza, who made that faction. You know what it was. The second he quit, it didn't last much longer, like a couple of more months. I then moved to Schley and played with Mama Deadhead and GBZ. And that faction was good. It was Twisted Minds. Had some great players in it. But again, it's another faction that fell apart eventually. I did eventually move on to Righteous Sinners, who I believe are still in this region. There we go. So I was in this faction for a couple of months. I can't really remember how long. Maybe a month and a half, 2 months. But then they were going to go for Warrior Champions. And I basically told them that I was not going for Warrior Champions. So the second they needed to replace me, just let me know. And that's what happened. And then I moved to the Kelly Outlaws, where I'd say I've really enjoyed my time with TKO. Quite a nice big bunch of people. Special shout out to Looney and Lynn, obviously carrying stuff in the factions. So I think that the negatives from this is obviously it's very time consuming to play 2 regions. Extremely, very, very, very time consuming. Still hard. Yeah, I mean, some people might not think it's that big a deal, but I've been here for a long time, man. This has been 5 years. This has been 5 years, and I'm gonna retire this region. This is all goodies. This is all good stuff. A lot of good stuff here. And the second you let go, it's really hard to come back, and I don't think it's gonna happen. But the positives here is it's gonna free up a lot more spare time for me. I'm gonna get a lot more free time to make more content. And that is what I like to do. That's what I enjoy the most. My time, I like to spend making content. I like playing the game, but I really love making YouTube content. Why this region, not the other one? It's simply because the other region I'm in a faction with multiple content creators. And this is the newer region. My other region I've invested more money into. So I've got a lot more characters. I did calculate the difference between the mythic tokens, and I've got like 30% more in that region. So yeah, it is that. So I'm just going to give a shout out to my faction, who don't actually know. So I'll just let them know. There we go. Okay. So I'll make sure to log on to this region after Raids finishes tomorrow and leave. But we are a one region trick pony, as it is called, right? I have still got the test region. This region right here, the second region that you see, Sullivan. That's my test region that Scopely provided to me. And I've got, you know, a lot of characters on there that I can just do previews of and stuff. But I'm now going to be just on one region. It's going to be really strange streaming and stuff. It's going to be very strange streaming in the future. I'm not going to be switching regions. I don't know. I might get like maybe a 10% boost in my productivity in this one region, I guess. But yeah, a lot of us are retiring from the whole game. I mean, I think if you have a choice, like this is the decision I've made. It's not terrible to go back on it. Sorry, it's not terrible to follow through with what you think is right. You know, when you play one region, it's not too bad. You can come back at any point. I'm never gonna go back to the second region. It just takes up too much time. I've been talking about it for a long time, maybe six or so months, that the game's just becoming more and more time consuming. It went from one event a week to 2 to 3 to 4, and I couldn't do that in 2 regions. You know, I just couldn't. So. Will I be deleting my roster? Nah, I can't bring myself to do that. And I'm not really someone who thinks burning your roster is a good way to go. Like, it doesn't. Like, you never know. They could do account mergers in the future, and I can at least get some weapons or something. But I will be doing arenas there because I've got quite a built-up region. I'll just be doing the 3 arenas every week. You know, the ones with what is it? Is it called Domination? So I just do the domination ones every week, not endurance. Domination. Because I've got quite a built-up roster. I've got really good weapons. I can do old school as well. And I'll just basically sit around in platinum, getting some coins for myself. And that's the plan. So I know it's a bit overly dramatic, but I know that if I go to, you know, my streams and stuff, and people are asking, why aren't you playing your other region? Or, you know, why don't you talk about your other region anymore? It's easy. Boring and mythic reset, not spending like before, no thanks. Totally up to you. Totally up to you. I've taken breaks from spending in the past myself. I generally spend when I'm having fun. I generally spend when I'm having fun. Now, I'm not fully retiring, but this is like 50% of my account's just gone, basically. Just in a click of my fingers, gone. And like, again, like I said, some people might not think it's a big deal, but I played a lot on that account on that region for 5 years. Had a lot of characters on there, a lot of memories, a lot of weapons. But it's just one region now. So we're just down to Choctaw, which is not great because of the people I'm in the faction with. I mean, Man on the Moon, Noah. What have I done to myself here? What have I done to myself? I've maybe made a mistake. I'm staying in Choctaw. Yeah, this is going to be the region I play now. You know, hopefully this is going to free up more time for me to create more content. I've been creating content like mad. When the Conquest update was released, or well, not released, but like announced, and in the 2 weeks since then, I've really noticed how important it is to have extra time, basically. And the game hasn't even had that many events in the last 2 weeks, right? But I've had such little amount of time. What about Cygnus? No, Cygnus, you're fine. I don't mind playing with Cygnus. It's all good. Everyone else is fine, but Moon and Noah, they're borderline, man. They're borderline. But yeah. So I don't want to drag this out too much. I think a 20-minute stream is a pretty decent one. Just wanted to let you know that no, I'm never gonna quit making videos. Just FYI, if I ever do fully quit RTS, I'm still gonna have to try and make videos some way. You know, I have to. There's not much else I can do. The only thing that's happening now is I'm playing one region. No more second region. I've retired the second region. It's now a 5-year-old region getting retired. Don't have the time to do both. And we're going to hopefully focus on more RTS content and hopefully some, you know, for some more free time for myself as well, IRL. So yeah, I think I'm going to just pretty much leave the stream there, guys. If there's any other questions you've got, do let me know in the chat and I can answer them. And I'll let you know. I've retired one of my regions, Getish Kumar. You know, I used to play 2 regions. One of them I've retired. Am I going to give away the retired account? It's attached to my account. My account is one whole thing, as you can see. It's here. That's it on my account, Schley. You can't detach it from your account. I wouldn't ever sell my account anyway. Maybe start me. Yeah, exactly, Sickness. That's the plan. To give myself some free time to do other stuff. Maybe another weekly stream. But yeah. Exactly, E-Dog. Exactly. When I first created my second region, there was only like 1 event every 2 months. Now it's 4 events a month. Like, or no, 4 events going on constantly during the week. So I made this decision in January. I made the thought in January, but I made the decision like probably on Thursday night after my stream. I was like, I was like, I might have an announcement this Sunday or this weekend. And Thursday I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. And Friday morning I was like, yeah. I'm retiring from Schley, and my main region and the only region I'm going to play from now on is Choctaw. Try 7. I'm not really into playing other games at the moment, especially not on Twitch. Best of my sanity. Honestly, yeah. I'll be honest though, having a lot of things to do and something that was very time consuming in the pandemic wasn't necessarily a terrible thing. You know, distracting me from real life was good, but I need to focus on other stuff now. I want to make my channel bigger than it is right now. I want to keep going with it. And I think this is going to help because I'm going to have more free time. So I can at least have a choice. Before I didn't have a choice. Any free time I had to make videos. I was feeling guilty about relaxing. That's the worst feeling I could ever have. Was I was feeling guilty about relaxing and I wasn't making a video. Not because I felt guilty that I wasn't doing it for you guys. It was more felt guilty that I was like letting myself down. So yeah. Now it just should be. I should not feel that way. Hopefully. I did the same about 2 months ago. Running second account is way too much. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, I was trying to make... there was days where I was trying to make content and do character reviews when there was SR tournaments finishing 4 hours. So I was stressing about finishing a video to be able to finish SR in 2 regions. It's just like, it can't be done. And I've been trying to push for Scopely to make SR easy to finish for months and months and months. Like, before I even started thinking about this is going to be lightness, but... Nothing changed. If nothing changes with Mythic I think is going to come in. Like if I switch over to the beta, you guys know some of the stuff that's coming with the beta. But you have to do 15 stages of conquest every day, which doesn't sound like a lot. But after you do it for 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, 100 days, I've got to do that in 2 regions. It's going to start getting harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. Yeah, I don't really want to do this in 2 regions. This is basically the thing that put me off having 2 regions was Conquest, this particular game mode. But also, the Mythic Fighters is what made it so that I maybe don't need the second region in terms of what I can get out of it, you know? The characters are, you know, a bit more abundant. I've got access to a test region if I need to. So, I think it's all good. What regions do you play on? I play on Choctaw. That's the new answer, Taco Tiger. I play on Choctaw. That's my only region. I used to play on more than one. But I've literally just retired on stream on one of my regions. We just retired on Schley. And they're now going to be Choctaw only. Yeah, no worries, Noah. I'm sure there are people who didn't even know you played 2 regions. They are hella confused right now. I mean, if they didn't watch me stream, they wouldn't have known. But I've played 2 regions for a long time. I played 2 regions for 5 years. And it's just got increasingly harder to do. And you guys have seen my level of content that I'm putting out now. I'm making more content now than I ever had. So, like, everything's just taking up too much time. And, yeah. Already it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. You bailing out in part then? I mean, not really. I'm just not putting the time into another region. That's all. I thought it was down because a lot of region activities are low. Region activities just because of transfers. That changes all the time. When you see the region activity, most of them you can see a high, medium, but it's just because like one region can just have all the people leave it from one transfer window to the next. So there's just a lot of regions. There's tons of regions. I can't warn one region, never mind 2 exactly. And I felt like I was letting my faction down if I wasn't hitting like 50, 100k every war, and I just didn't have the time. So having a lot of content for YouTube is, but yeah, that's it. Indeed. Be averaging if you. I mean, I think I was pretty good in 2. We'll see. We'll see over the next 3-6 months, guys. Let's see how much of a difference it makes only playing one region. Let's see. Do you guys think it'll make a difference? Do you think I'm gonna make my one region better? The activity, yeah, mate, it could be. It could be. If there is one bad thing about Mythic Toons, I would have to say definitely their weapon stats for sure. Oh yeah, definitely. The weapons are not great. I don't like the fact that you have to use armory tokens. We'll talk about that in another time, I guess. I'm going to be talking about that on stream for a little while, but yeah, it was saying to me, try 3. Ouch. Yeah, I think you could do that once upon a time, but just not now. You just can't do that now. You definitely have more time on your hands. Yeah, indeed. Okay, guys, so that's it. I just wanted to make a little video about that. I tried to make a video, but I think stream was better just to be able to answer some of your questions. I'm going to live stream tomorrow, and tomorrow morning, guys, I'm hopefully going to be bringing you a mythic character tier list, my first ever tier list on my channel. So stay tuned for that. It will be a work in progress because I'm only going to do mythic character preview, character tiering of characters that I have previewed already. So it's going to be 15 characters. And next week I hope to do a lot more previews, and then the following weekend I'll add to that. So stay tuned for that, guys. I want to thank you very much for tuning in to today's stream. I appreciate the always ongoing support from you guys, and I just hope that this change, as much as it is for my own peace of mind, to give me some free time, it will also help my content be a better level and hopefully be more enjoyable for you guys as well. So thank you very much, guys. And I want to give a big shout out right now. If anyone from TKO in Schley is on, I want to just say thank you very much for my time there. It was really enjoyable. Massively enjoyable. But that is the end of my stream today, guys. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving. Goodbye.